Boxing Nation.
And listen, the WBC said that you're Devin Haney's mandatory, so you're going to fight him next?
I'm fighting the winner next. I mean, it's depending on if he stay at 135. Cause I'm hearing he going to go up.
Yeah, Haney said he expects you to activate your mandatory position. So
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So this is pretty amazing to me. Shakur Stevenson was the WBC mandatory challenger at the lightweight division at the time that he did that interview. He did that interview right before the fight. Right after the Haney-Lomachenko fight, Shakur Stevenson, he jumps in the ring and he says Lomachenko should be undisputed. He won that fight. And old media and the WBC, the way they reward Shakur Stevenson is by snatching his mandatory spot and giving it to Vasily Lomachenko. Now, what makes the situation even more odd is the WBC president, he actually said there was no robbery. Haney defeated Lomachenko in a close fight. So if that is the case and the WBC believes this, why do they still have Lomachenko as the #1 contender and not Shakur Stevenson? Are the WBC doing this just because Shakur Stevenson got in that ring and he said that Lomachenko should be undisputed? Let me tell you guys something. Shakur Stevenson has done more for old media than almost anyone in the sport has. And I'm going to prove it to you. Last year, Shakur Stevenson, he was shooting to be Fighter of the Year. He went onto his Instagram account and he said, "You guys know I deserve it." But after Shakur Stevenson praised Tyson Fury, saying that he would have beat Muhammad Ali, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time, and no one is going to beat him. He said this while he was watching the Tyson Fury versus Dillian White fight. ESPN, they were there. They were in Shakur Stevenson's house recording him as he was training for the Oscar Valdez fight. So they were recording him watching the Tyson Fury fight and constantly praising Tyson Fury as he was watching it. ESPN, they love Shakur Stevenson's reaction so much that they end up making a separate video of Shakur just watching the Tyson Fury fight and reacting to it. Matter of fact, they loved it so much that they gave Tyson Fury the Boxer of the Year award over Shakur Stevenson. And then they gave Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez the Best Men's Fighter of the Year award. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. We know that Shakur Stevenson, he wants a title shot. I guess now if Devin Haney moves up, it's going to be all up to Lomachenko if Shakur Stevenson gets one or not. We'll see soon. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. After Shakur Stevenson, he put up a video. He recorded himself watching the Bam Bam Rodriguez fight, and he was talking about how special Bam Bam Rodriguez was, and in a couple years, he's going to move up and possibly beat Inoue. After Shakur Stevenson said all of that, ESPN gave both Bam Bam Rodriguez and Tyson Fury an award over Shakur Stevenson. This was last year. They gave Bam Bam Rodriguez the Men's Fighter of the Year award, and they gave Tyson Fury the Boxer of the Year award. Now you fast forward to present day, Shakur Stevenson says Lomachenko should be undisputed, so the WBC gives Lomachenko Shakur Stevenson's spot. Shakur, he reacted to the news by saying, "Damn, they moved me from mandatory that quick." I wonder what Shakur Stevenson thinks about Devin Haney being fined $400,000 for pushing Lomachenko. It's kind of crazy when you think about the fact that they pretty much stripped Shakur Stevenson of his mandatory spot and fined Devin Haney $400,000 all around the same time. When it comes to Shakur's situation, that means he might not get a title shot right away if Devin Haney decides to move up to 140. Then, of course, it's possible that he could get a title shot against Lomachenko. But now that I think about it, because Shakur Stevenson is such a threat, he might get skipped over and not even get a title shot, because now Lomachenko is the #1 contender and Shakur is the #2 contender. Now, of course, in a world without corruption, the only fight that would make sense, if once again we're talking about fighting for a vacant title, would be the #1 contender fighting against the #2 contender. Now, despite all the kind words that Shakur Stevenson had for Lomachenko by saying that he should still be undisputed, at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson, he's still on the coincidental list just like Devin Haney, and he's a major threat. We know the last time Lomachenko was in this situation was 4 years ago when Devin Haney was his mandatory. And we've seen how he got around that situation. So I don't really know what's going to happen next. I mean, to me, if Devin Haney does move up in weight to 140, the Shakur Stevenson fight versus Lomachenko fight, it makes all the sense in the world. And I truly believe that's a 50-50 fight. I used to believe that Shakur Stevenson, he would have no problem with Lomachenko, but now I think that it's a much more competitive fight. Now, when it comes to a possible rematch with Lomachenko and Devin Haney, Lomachenko already said at the press conference he does not want a rematch with Devin Haney. So that fight is most likely not going to happen, but there are a lot of great fights to make. I would still like to see Lomachenko versus George Kambosos. And then you have Devin Haney, of course, against either Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Tank Davis. Maybe even moving up to 140 and fighting against Regis Prograis, or the winner of Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. So there's a lot of great matches to be made. Let's see how it all plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues. So make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
My name is Chris, and I'm all the way here from Anchorage, Alaska at Scalp Carolinas, and I'm here for my second treatment of SMP. Well, I was sitting at home one day and going over my Facebook page, and they have different, like advertisements popping up, and I saw one for SMP. And I saw some pictures of some guys, before and after, and I was looking at that, and it caught my attention. So I Googled it. SMP, nothing showed up in my area. So, I did a little more research, and all of a sudden, Scalp Carolinas popped up in the web browser. So I started watching his videos and seeing all the reaction from all the other people. We talked on the phone, we made appointments and everything. I sent him pictures, and he looked at them, and I was like, "Can you fix this?" And, he pretty much said, "No problem." My first session, he made me feel extremely comfortable. It was almost like I was talking to family. He started, and during the whole treatment, we talked and, about our families and our life, and, and things that he does and things that I do. And before I know it, the first session was over. When you see someone doing something that they love, as much as I see Enoch Glover love what he does, it shows in his work. I wouldn't point anyone in any other direction but here to North Carolina, Scalp Carolinas, to get this done.